He's the head coach of the Nebraska Cornhuskers. He's Bo Pelini joining us. Hi, Coach.
Hi, Dan. How are you?
I'm doing okay. Is there a way I can get a slab of AstroTurf from Nebraska?
You can, whatever you want. I'll get it sent to you.
All right, it'd be nice. I'd like to put it in the man cave here and put it on display. So if you can do that, it'd be nice.
I will do that.
All right, that's all I needed to talk to you about. Thank you, Coach.
Yeah, thank you.
So how would you rate the season so far with the hiccup against Texas?
Well, like you said, I think we've obviously we had that hiccup against Texas and didn't play the way we wanted to that week, and over that, I think we're getting better as a football team. I think we've improved, especially over the last couple weeks. Sometimes you need a wake-up call, and I think that game provided that for us. And as long as we continue to keep improving and stay the course, I think we have a chance to do some good things with the season.
But was Texas a better team?
Well, they were that day. I'm not a guy who makes excuses or anything like that. You got to put it on the field, and they beat us that day. We had our opportunities. And we just we didn't play our style of football. We didn't execute, and when that happens, anybody can beat you. And like I said, you learn your lessons, you move on, and hopefully, when you have an adversity like that and you have a setback, that makes you better down the road. And so far, that's been the case. You
barely passed the ball against Mizery. Are you a better team when you are one-dimensional?
No, I think, you take what's there. And, we had some big plays in the running game against Mizery. And, the week before against Oklahoma State, we threw for, I want to say, almost 350. And, that's where our style is. And I think we have the type of offense right now where you take what's there. And you don't have to force anything. You take what the defense has given you. And I think that we have enough versatility and balance that we were able to do that.
You're 7-1, and you're at Iowa State. What game film of Iowa State do you think is best representative of what you will see this weekend?
Probably Texas.
Just because they won that game?
Yeah, I think they've gotten better. I think Coach Rhodes has done a really good job with the program, and we know that we're going to get their best shot. And but ultimately, we always say around here, it's not about them; it's about us. If we take care of our stuff and we execute the way we're capable of, I think we'll like the result. If we don't, we're going to be in for a dogfight. It's going to be they're a good football team. They're a very well coached football team.
He's Bo Pelini, the Nebraska head coach, joining us at the Dan Patrick Show. Big Ten next season, do you recruit differently going into the Big Ten instead of what you have with the Big 12?
Dan, we haven't. I think that remains to be seen a little bit. We've expanded our recruiting areas a little bit, but we're not going to just go away from what we've had success with and all the relationships we've had built up, and we're still getting really good reception in a lot of areas. But I think it does open up some new doors for us geographically, and it's something we're looking at, but we're not just making any wholesale changes and jumping.
But can you have the same philosophy that you have at Nebraska playing in the Big 12 that you'll have in the Big 10?
Yeah, I think so. Certain things are going to, I think the same, no matter where you are, no matter what conference you are, certain things equate to success. It's not really what you do, it's how you do it. And, and so we're not making any drastic changes. What it's going to do is create a lot more work in the off season to kind of get a little more familiar with the challenges that the Big Ten presents. And
you get to travel back to Youngstown now.
You better believe it. That's
now, do you ever call it the Ohio State University?
I don't. I just call it Ohio State.
Even we didn't call it the Ohio State growing up, but now they refer to themselves as the Ohio State. You don't get that grief from anybody?
No. I mean, people can refer to it any way they want. We as players really didn't refer to it as the very much. I mean, that's kind of a new thing, and everybody to their own. I don't know. I don't.
You got enough to worry about at Nebraska, aside from what you're calling the Nebraska Cornhuskers.
Yeah, you'll never hear me say that, Dan.
What about this one-loss Nebraska team or an undefeated Boise team?
Oh, that's not for me to decide. That's
well, you're going to have to argue that, though. You would have to fight for that, and you'd have to, campaign a little bit for that, don't you think? If it comes down to that.
You know what? I don't even go there. I don't even think about all those things. You know, we take care of our business. Whatever happens, happens. And, you know, our number one goal is to win a Big 12 championship. And it's a great conference. It's, you know, we'd like to, you know, that's our number one goal. And whatever happens on top of that, we'll see.
Well, how important is it to leave the Big 12 with the Big 12 title?
Well, you know, I mean, obviously leaving the Big 12, you know, that's, you know, that was decided obviously in the off season. And
were you in favor of it?
You know, I didn't. You know, I figured it really wasn't my decision to make. It went well beyond that decision. Went well beyond sports, and you know, they're you know, the administration. You know, I've trusted them. They've been good to me, and I figured they'd make the decision that was best for the university going forward.
That's a long no, Bo.
Yeah,
that's a long no.
I didn't really pay attention to it, Dan. I mean, honestly, it wasn't.
You didn't care.
No, I mean, I'm going to play 12. What's the difference with 12 you play?
Were you asked before the move?
Oh yeah, Coach Osborne really. I mean, he didn't. It was like they asked me permission. They asked our opinion as coaches.
And you said?
I said whatever you guys think.
Well, but Coach Osborne would then say, "No, Bo, tell me yes or no."
No, he didn't do that. Though.
Oh, okay. I would have said, "Bo, tell me yes or no."
And what would I have said?
No.
I would have said whatever, you know. I don't know. I wasn't sitting in those meetings, you know what I mean?
Well, it'd be it's a great season so far at Iowa State, which is probably people didn't circle that on their calendar when the season started as being a team that could beat you. But good luck the rest of the season. Thanks for joining us, Bo.
Thanks, Dan. Appreciate you having me.
All right, Bo Pelini. I thought I could pin him down a little bit there. I tried. Just like Fritzy. Tried to pin him down, doesn't work. Tried to do a little coffin corner kick there, didn't work. Fritzy, okay?
I'm fine.
All right.
It's all good.
All right. Mike Holmgren going to join us?
He's expected in the coming minutes.
Oh, no.
I'm a little bummed about this whole thing tomorrow.
What, with Keyshawn Johnson?
Yeah,
forget it. Forget it. It's their loss.
It is.
They can take anybody on their shows, but they can't let any of their talent on anybody else's show. I mean, come on. You take your ball and go home? Forget it. Whatever. You know?
You just take your ball and go home.
Yeah, well, John Kruk, he likes to take his ball and go home. So, you know, maybe that's a metaphor for the mothership.